Hey everyone, and welcome to this explainer. Today we're unpacking a massive shift happening right now in the corporate world. It's literally a total rewrite of what makes modern businesses truly successful. You know, for decades, the blueprint for building a lasting company seemed pretty much set in stone. But the ground is shifting rapidly under our feet, and we're going to explore exactly how, and more importantly, why.
Okay, let's dive into this. The next billion-dollar business may not sell the best product, it may simply stand for the best purpose. That sounds almost unbelievable, right? In a world where ruthless bottom-line numbers have historically been the absolute ultimate scorecard of success, this idea completely challenges that deeply ingrained myth. But standing for a clear purpose, it isn't just a feel-good bonus anymore. It's rapidly becoming the core foundation of market dominance.
Picture this mystery for a second. You're browsing online, and you come across two companies selling nearly identical products at identical prices. Yet somehow, one develops this incredibly loyal, fiercely protective customer base, while the other struggles just to get noticed. If the product and the price are exactly the same, what on earth is the hidden variable? Well, the answer actually has very little to do with the product itself. Section 1. The New Business Scorecard. For decades, businesses competed purely on the old metrics, right? Who's got the lowest price, who provides the fastest service, who has the biggest innovation. And hey, don't get me wrong, those things obviously still matter, but consumer demands have fundamentally evolved. Today, people are asking questions that barely even existed a generation ago. They want to know, how are your employees treated? Where are materials actually sourced? What's your community impact? Today's customers aren't just buying products anymore, they're buying stories, and they're buying values. And that leads us to this critical pivot. Treating sales purely as cold, calculated transactions, that's an obsolete business model. People want a connection that goes way beyond just swiping a credit card in exchange for a good or service. They want a real relationship. Section 2. The currency of trust. Trust has become the absolute most valuable intangible asset for corporate growth, period. It's an emotional connection. And you know what the defining characteristic of this new currency is? You cannot buy it overnight with a flashy, massive advertising budget. There's just no shortcut. It has to be earned through consistent, reliable behavior. Think about it. When people passionately recommend a brand to their friends, they rarely say, "Oh, I only buy from them because it's $2 cheaper." No, they talk about exceptional customer service, honesty, and a mission that perfectly aligns with their own beliefs. When you actually put in the work to earn that trust, the business results are undeniable. You don't just get repeat purchases, you get authentic brand ambassadors. These are the people who share their experiences on social media, leave glowing reviews, and crucially, they fiercely defend the brands they believe in. In our hyper-connected digital world, that kind of organic advocacy is just vastly more valuable and honestly far more effective than traditional advertising. Section 3. Actions louder than slogans. Let's be real. Modern customers have incredible built-in BS detectors. They recognize empty promises instantly. Simply slapping some inspiring words on a website while quietly chasing short-term profits behind the scenes, that just won't cut it anymore. It's seen as a marketing gimmick. True purpose lives in authentic action. It's in the everyday decisions. It's choosing long-term integrity over a quick payout, and it's heavily judged by how employees are treated when the company hits a rough patch. And this brilliantly illustrates what happens when things inevitably go wrong. History shows us that the most respected businesses earned their loyalty not by being flawless or pretending they never make mistakes, but by how they handled those exact problems. They earned through absolute honesty, by taking full accountability, and by maintaining total transparency while they actively fixed the issue. So remember this, perfection isn't required. Authenticity is. You don't have to be a perfect company, but you absolutely, definitely must be a genuine one. Section 4, the drivers of change. So why is this paradigm shift happening right now? Well, a massive catalyst is the rise of younger consumers. Millennials and Gen Z are taking up a major and rapidly growing share of influence in the marketplace, and their buying habits are just fundamentally different. They actively research companies. For them, buying decisions are a direct extension of their personal identity and their values. If your corporate values don't align with theirs, it's pretty simple. They will take their money somewhere else. The second major driver, technology. In today's highly connected world, technology accelerates reputation at light speed. Think about it. A single thoughtful act of generosity, or on the flip side, one terrible customer service experience can reach millions globally in a matter of hours. You're no longer competing just with the shop down the street. You're competing in conversations happening across the entire internet. Because of this, an authentic, solid company culture matters more than it ever has before.
Section 5, Profit and Purpose United. So the crucial point is, you do not have to sacrifice financial success to have a meaningful mission. That's a total myth. In fact, they are the ultimate partnership. Profit provides the vital resources. Without it, you literally can't invest, hire, or grow. But purpose? Purpose provides the direction. It's not about choosing one over the other. It's about building a symbiotic relationship where each actively strengthens the other. And when you unite those two forces, you get incredible resilience. Purpose creates immense staying power. During difficult economic seasons, organizations driven purely by next quarter's earnings can quickly lose their way. But mission-driven businesses, they find greater determination. Employees remain committed, customers remain supportive, and leaders remain completely focused on something much, much larger than just the bottom line. When you fully embrace this mindset, shifting from purely product-centric to truly purpose-driven, you trigger this beautiful cascading transformation. Customers turn into loyal communities. Employees transform into true partners invested in the outcome. Everyday sales turn into lasting relationships. And ultimately, your business transforms into a legacy. Because people rarely remember the advertisements they saw, but they will always, always remember how a business made them feel. I want to leave you with this final provocative thought. If you're building a business or leading a team today, you could ask yourself the old question, how can I sell more products? Or you could ask yourself something far more powerful. What problem can I solve so well that people genuinely want to support my company for years to come? When people believe in your mission, they invest in what you stand for. And honestly, that is the greatest competitive advantage you can possibly build. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. Keep asking those big questions, and I'll catch you next time.